All right, so as I said, we're here to talk about experience integrations and how you can use these to reward your guests, offer them something special, and of course, earn your commissions for your own business as well. So why are we talking about experiences and we're also becoming services and upsells? What do all these things mean? And why are we really bothering to spend time talking about them? Well, you may all know that at the start of this year or midway through this year, Airbnb had their summer release where it feels like a few months ago, but it's still quite recent, where they announced that they were relaunching experiences and services. So offering different experiences and services that your guests and people using Airbnb can book through the platform. So now you can Airbnb more than an Airbnb. So guests can use the Airbnb platform when they've made a booking to stay at a place to then add a private chef, add someone to come and give them a massage and lots of different types of services and what I guess sometimes we also refer to as amenities. So that's why experiences have become a real buzzword this year and have become more important because not only is it something that Airbnb is really, really talking about and pushing, it's because it's a way also of driving more revenue for your businesses in a landscape where booking volume is down, costs are rising, margins are getting thinner. But these are additional ways that you can sell more to the guests that are coming to stay with you. So that's beneficial for your business. It's also something that guests are really starting to expect because now they don't just want a place to stay. They want their vacation to really offer them so much more and it become far more experiential and not just a bed to sleep in, but kind of more of a package of experience they want on offer. So thanks for that, Airbnb. So these experiences, we're talking about things like private chefs, a yoga instructor. Guests now are expecting to be able to book these things directly and book it through Airbnb. But as with many things that are offered through these very large platforms, they're not always to the best standard. It's not always the type of thing that you get to approve. So you could have folks booking experiences and coming into your properties that you haven't approved, that you're not necessarily prepared for, and it's just not necessarily offering that best experience to your guest. So this can put some folks in a bit of a tricky position. So we thought we'd pull together our experience partners that we work with at TouchStay because they have offerings that instead of things that are being offered by big corporate providers and things that aren't necessarily local or relevant to your vacation rentals, something that is more unique and interesting and really relevant for your guests. So we have presentations today from Why Hungry, from Welcome, and from Stasha, and they offer different types of experiences that you can offer your guests. And then, so I'll hand over now to Rosie from Why Hungry, and she'll talk you through and how this all works with your TouchStay guides as well. So if you're not yet using a TouchStay guidebook, or if you already are, we'll talk about how the experiences that are on offer from these partners can also be integrated into your guidebook experience as well. So guests have everything all in one place. So Rosie, I'll hand over to you.
Thanks, Emma. Lovely introduction. And yeah, the Airbnb thing leads me on quite nicely. So I'm Rosie. I'm from Why Hungry. We were doing private chefs before Airbnb thought of it. So essentially, we are an online marketplace where your guests can book, as you can see here, a lovely pasta making class or a chef to come in and cook sort of family meals, that sort of thing. And I'd love to talk to you about how you can be making effortless revenue off of this and also, of course, delighting the guests that come and stay in your properties. So I was warned beforehand that I won't be able to see your hands, but the point being, who can remember what they did on holiday versus where they slept? And the reason we're sort of asking that question is we are obviously seeing this big uptick in guests expecting a little bit more from their stay than simply just the accommodation that you're offering. So got a nice visual here of a really nice apartment, but obviously not the highlight of their stay, and then sort of the same idea, but there you have a group of people enjoying a private chef and hopefully then raving about it when they come and stay in your properties. So who are we? We are the UK's #1 private chef platform. We are currently only in the UK, but also watch this space because we are launching in the US in September. So glad to hear that we do have some people from the US joining today. Our focus has very much always been on the locals. So the idea is you could get a chef that lives down the road from you. They'll use local produce. When they're talking to your guests, they will craft a bespoke menu that will be like based on the season and also the local whereabouts. So it really is that focus on doing what we do well, and making sure that that entire network is covered. We're trusted by over 100 venues, not 1,000. That would be incorrect. And yeah, we have 4.9 across our Google and Trustpilot reviews. So as Emma kind of said, why now? We are seeing this as a massive trend. We internally see that around 50% of the people that inquire with us haven't actually chosen where they want to stay yet. So they're kind of mulling over different places, different properties, and they see, oh, like this place has a private chef. That's cool. I'll look into that. So it's a great way to sort of differentiate your offering from someone else. And also, as Emma said, Airbnb have literally just launched this. So it's a way to make sure that you're keeping control of that process and you're obviously getting something back, and it's not just Airbnb taking that. So we offer 10% commission. That typically works out to be around 80 quid per booking, or I guess it will be dollars. And there are zero setup costs to this. The key thing is that we have seen people write in their reviews, had an amazing time staying at the property, also had an amazing chef. So you should see that boost in sort of guest engagement. And it's also a way to make your Touch Day guidebook a little bit more engaging by offering something a little bit different. And crucially, we manage the entire service. So everything from the booking to the payment and all of the logistics of actually finding that chef is handled, because what we typically hear is guests will ask about it, and then it's this back and forth process where operators, or if you're a smaller business, you're trying to work this out for yourself, and it's a bit of a process of figuring out who's available, and what service they can actually provide. So we take that and manage that for you. So why do this? Obviously, it's great that you can get a little bit of affiliate kickback. The Airbnb example, they obviously take all of the cut. The other thing is that we have always focused on quality control. So the process by which a chef joins our platform is extremely vetted, and we make sure that everything that they've said about their previous background checks out. We also have the biggest chef network across the UK. We are also at the minute rapidly expanding across the US to build out that network. So we'll be across all 50 states. And of course, we have insurance. So if anything goes wrong in your property, the claim will be handled entirely through us, rather than kind of not knowing who's there. Damage happens, and then you're kind of in a position where you didn't know it was going to happen and your property's been damaged. So how can you actually add this? It's super simple. There's no tech integration, so you can literally set it up yourself, even if you're non-technical. We will provide all the copy, the photo, and a unique link. The unique link is how your guests will actually find out about Why Hungry. They just click through and it takes straight through to the platform, and we'll have tracked that so we can know that they've come exactly from your guidebook. There's a lovely picture of one set up there to the left. And in terms of what Why Hungry actually looks like, does look quite similar to Airbnb, but essentially they'll have choice of all the chef profiles. They can browse menus, look at the food available, click through to people that they like the most and ask them to create them a bespoke menu for their event. So that kind of takes me to the end of the presentation. I have got a QR code here just for anyone in the US and the UK who are looking to set this up. If you want to scan through, it should take you to a form. And if you just mention the word Touch Day, then we'll know that you've come from this webinar. But yeah, thanks very much for your time.
Oh, I'm hungry now, Rosie. That all looks really nice. No, it's a really nice interface, and it's, it's clearly these aren't just random people cooking. These are proper, really professional, highly experienced and skilled chefs. When I was on a trip a few years ago in Italy, we were in Tuscany and we were staying in a really nice place, but we had a chef come in that we'd organized, and they're a Touch Day customer as well, which was really funny. It was just this most wonderful experience. So like I've personally really enjoyed that. So it's wonderful that that's now something that Touch Day and you guys can offer together. Thank you. Thanks for taking us through. Yeah, I'm looking forward to dinner now. Awesome. All right. And now we're going to hand over to Welcome Pickup. So, Katerina, the stage is yours.
Thank you. So very well done for the pronunciation, Emma. My name is Katerina. I'm from Welcome Pickups. I'm a business development manager there. So I want to present you in just a few minutes how you can elevate your guest experience while also creating a new revenue with practically zero effort. So let's dive into and see how Welcome Pickups can help you offer premium, seamless arrivals and how, of course, you can join us. So yeah, let's see who we are. So we are a leading transfer service. We are operating at the moment to more than 350 destinations across 150 countries. We've helped more than 2.5 million travelers enjoy a smoother, I would say, arrival. And we are proudly because we work with more than 5,500 partners among airlines, hotels, vacation rentals, and more. Together, we support 25,000 vacation rentals, and we have more than 5,000 drivers. So a very important and I would say unique selling point of our company is also the review score, which is 4.9 out of 5. Let's move to the next slide and see what we offer to our guests. So with Welcome Pickups, your guests can have a free premium arrival, including a personalized meet and greet. We have English-speaking drivers waiting at the arrivals for your guests. All our drivers, they monitor their flights, so they know that they'll be on time, even if the flight is delayed. Everything is monitored, so it's a great experience for the guests. We have 1 hour free waiting time, which is also very important, and this is from the moment that the airline is the airplane is landed, and of course 24-hour support. Anything that goes wrong, we make sure that your guests start their stay in the best possible way, and this is our bet as a company. So yes, let's see some of the multiple awards we've been honored and received the last couple of years, including Travelers App of the Year, and the real award is seeing thousands of hospitality brands. We have big and small that trust Welcome Pickups. So if you will see here also Booking.com that we have a reward, but if we see also on the next slide some of the biggest, let's say, partners we have at the moment, and this is something that is growing. And it's important for us to be on different sectors because you can see Booking, but you can see also airlines like Aegean, if you're aware of it, and Sofitel, which is a big brand. Now, the beauty of how everything works, it's that it's very simple and flexible. So what we do is we create a dedicated landing page for either a property, if we're talking about a property or any other type of partner. You just share the link, and at the end of the month, for every completed transfers, you just receive the commission. So we also, apart from this, on the next slide, you will see that this is one of the solutions, and also we have booking widgets that they can be directed to your website and boost again the experience and drive more transfer to you. Also, we are very proud and we feel happy that we are part of TouchStay family, let's say. So we can integrate through TouchStay Welcome Pickups very easily. There's just a quick registration that you can fill up and you can get the commission for every completed booking. So feel free to either, you're gonna share the presentation, Emma, because we actually have a very small QR code, but they can also click there. So yes, TouchStay is also a way for us to expand, let's say, the collaboration also in the UK, which I'm handling at the moment. So to sum it all it up, Welcome Pickups help you enhance your guest satisfaction. You can reduce frictions that they might come for all these transfers and create a new revenue for your company. So if you'd like to see more in action, I have my email there. There's the website that you can also feel free to check some of the information, but we will share for you. Thank you for joining, everyone, and thank you for inviting us, Emma, and lovely to to present this solution to you. Thank you.
No, thank you. No, I think it's a super interesting solution, because I think no matter whether you're traveling with kids, if you're with family, if you're with friends, if no matter what your age, even like the part of getting from the airport or the train station to where you're staying, for me, is always the most stressful part of the trip, because you've never been there before.
Exactly.
And maybe you don't speak the language, and maybe you don't have battery left on your phone, it's all, or you're jet lagged and you're tired. So having, that, making that stress-free, so that the arrival and the start of the trip is just this nice, easy experience, and you feel taken care of. Like, that's how I want to feel on my holidays. So it's such a great way to kick off a guest experience in the most positive way. And that's what leads to 5-star reviews and repeat guests. So it's a really wonderful solution. I will definitely be looking for this next time I book a holiday.
Yes, of course. And please let me know, because I will like to offer you some
Nice.
loyal discount.
Amazing.
Because
Perks of the job.
yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Super. And it looks lovely inside the Touch Day guidebook as well. It drops in really beautifully, and there's no integration work that you have to do for your guidebooks. It's just, you just drop it in. So it's a very smooth format for you and for your guests.
Thank you very much.
Lovely. So now moving on to Stasher, which is a service I have used myself. I love Stasher. You got me out of a pickle when I had a very large suitcase in London recently. So I'm already convinced. But what more do you have to tell us?
Excellent. Hey everyone, I'm Pericles. I'm running partnerships here at Stasher.com. And basically today we're going to discuss how we can solve one of the most common pain points you might face with a very simple solution. I'm very sure most of you have faced, many times guests coming in and asking, can we leave our bags a bit earlier? Can we have an early check-in, late check-out request? So yeah, hopefully today we'll be able to see a few things and see how we can maximize a bit the guest experience and probably take a bit of stress out of your plate. So to start with a bit of data, you may already have seen this, but 1 in 2 guests usually will ask for an early check-in, late checkout, or luggage storage request. And if you have hosted for a while, you know that they will say, hey, can we come a bit earlier, which is just an inconvenience for you. You have to speak with the cleaning staff, then you have to come back to the guests. So it's honestly, it's just an extra stress we can take away. So on the problem part, these requests obviously look small, but they aren't actually a small inconvenience. They impact the guest first impression, your reviews, your day-to-day operation, and obviously when your reviews goes down, bookings follow. So as you see here, luggage storage, check-in and check-out issues, early inconvenience, early arrival convenience, and anticipating the guest needs is super important to address. So moving on to why it matters to solve those issues. Always great hosts try to find ways to improve the guest journey and fixing small pain points like luggage. It can be anything. It can be transportation, can be a local recommendation. If you try to streamline everything and have a solution for the things you can turn those 4-star reviews to the 5 ones quite easily, which means more reviews, more bookings. And the importance of fixing those issues for the luggage storage part is basically more freedom for your guests. So basically, your guests will not have to carry their bags around the city if they arrive early. So it means they will arrive probably happy to your place. Less work for you, reduce operational stress. It's super easy to streamline it. It takes 2 minutes. Since you do this, you'll not have to go back and forth with all the ops team. Boost reviews scores. Basically, it's always better to have a solution instead of saying no. And lastly, comprehensive guest journey focus. You have seen this already probably from Airbnb and Booking.com. They try to focus a lot of the start of the journey and in the end of the journey, not just during the stay. Because if you manage to make the customer happy before they arrive, then this will have an impact on the guest satisfaction. So in the end of the day, it means higher review scores for you potentially. So yeah, that's the importance. And moving on to the next slide, basically, to give you a quick intro about Stasher and what we actually do. So basically, we are live in 1.5 thousand cities with 8,000 plus hosts. This is on a global level. We have a very strong presence in Europe, USA, UK, Australia, and so on. And in the next slide, we're going to see how this actually works. Super simple. You just go to the stasser.com website. You type the address you want to store your bags, and you will see a map with all the locations. You choose a location you like. You book online, and you just go to the location. You store your bags, and it's super easy. All the locations are vetted for security, and they have also insurance. And a very common question: what are those locations? So basically, those locations are either shops or hotels. Usually, it's hotels that they have a dedicated luggage area for us. And yeah, that's it basically. And moving on to the next slide. Yeah, so why Stasser? Basically, we have convenient storage everywhere. All of our locations are usually on Airbnb hub, city center, railway train stations, airports, and so on. So always on the start and in the end of the journey. It's safe and secure, as discussed before. It's affordable. Basically, it's 50%. It costs 50% less to store your bags with us compared to a locker on the train station or a locker on the airport. And lastly, we're very proud of it. We're the top-rated luggage storage platform globally. So if you go to Trustpilot and you check for all the providers, you'll see that we are the top-rated luggage storage platform. And we want this a lot because it means that we take it seriously, customer support. So yeah, in few words, like why you should love Stasser. It's a quick win, less stress for you, happier guests, better reviews, no cost at all, and you're on a 10% commission with that stay. So it's literally a win-win case. And here's another quick thing. Yeah, exactly, in the integration. So how you can basically recommend luggage storage to your customers. You can click here on the deck, or you can go to the Touch Stay integration page. You will find Stasser. You will click to sign up. It takes maximum 2 minutes. It's free. You sign up. You get your referral link, which looks like this link on the middle down. And yeah, you will have access to your personal dashboard where you can see clicks, your commission, and so on. And that's it. You just copy paste the link on the guest communications, and can show you a quick example on the next slide. Exactly. So here's how quick integration looks like with TouchStay. You simply copy paste the referral link with a small text to your messages before and after checkout. And you can also add on your guidebook in TouchStay. What you can do is you can add a topic, basically an extra section, a custom section. Call it luggage storage. Put the link and a small text, and that's it. Whenever your guests are coming, they can see through the guidebook that there is luggage storage, and obviously saved replies. Saved replies. You don't want to always search for what to share. You can always do it with a saved reply. And I think that's all. Yeah, that's all basically. Thank you guys I think this was quite useful. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message on the email, or I'll be more than happy to connect with you in LinkedIn.
And there's a lovely QR code on this slide here for folks that want to have a little look now and see more about what Stasser are all about. Thank you so much. I love Stasser. I've used it in a few different countries because I refuse to have hold luggage, so I've always got a massive backpack, and and they're everywhere. Honestly, I'm really impressed by the coverage that you guys have. You are, by every train station. You're in so many of the key cities and key places that people are traveling to. To me, it's such a great thing to not have to worry about where I'm going to put my backpack when my flight is 9 hours after checkout. It's again, these are all the things we've talked about today. It's the beginning of the guest's holiday and the start of their experience with you. And even after they've left and before they, continue their journey on, they're still thinking about your business and their stay when they're ending that trip. So you're kind of bookending the guest experience with these very positive. So you've got help from Katerina when you're making sure that you're able to get your transport from the airport, from the train station into the property, then while you're there, Why Hungry, thank you, Rosie, is able to offer, you know, these wonderful experiences so the guests find it really memorable. And then even once they've left, they've additionally being taken care of by having a place to keep their luggage. So it's really like all of these points throughout the guest journey that these experiences are able to really enhance, because these are the things guests remember. Like, guests are really picky. I'm very picky when I travel. I'm sure we all are. And, you know, when you put yourself in the shoes of the guest, you really think, well, what are the pain points and the things that cause guests to have not the best time? And these are the solutions that can help kind of, and in a very easy, frictionless way for you, offer that ease and that simplicity to your guests. Thank you so much, guys, for taking us through all that. And so what else can TouchStay offer you in this regard? So of course, we have the solutions we've just talked about. But if you want to offer things to your guests directly, if, for example, in your local area or where your property is, there are providers and local businesses that you want to offer as an upsell to your guests, we have a way now of being able to offer that directly through the TouchStay Guidebook. So I'll talk about this briefly now. So TouchStay makes it super simple for you to offer upsells to your guests. So experiences, services, whatever we want to call them, anything that generates additional revenue for your business, we call an upsell. So whatever you want to call them, you can offer these from your local businesses. So you're not forcing guests to have to go to these big corporate providers, but things that are more meaningful to you, your guests, and to your community. So it's a much more authentic and hospitable experience than maybe a more generic upsell. So how does it work? Well, we have an upsell widget that you just drop into your guidebook. You add a new section. It's very simple. No complicated integrations. It's just a few clicks. So you can showcase and offer up to 20 products or services directly within the guidebook. So local tours, welcome packages, late checkout, grocery deliveries, that kind of thing. And guests, typically the ones that have been using this so far, we launched this a couple of months ago, or it's not been live that long. So on average, guests are ordering two items per stay. And the average in terms of revenue that guests are spending, that's $40 per guest. So if you're two people, that's still very nice. But if you've got large properties that service big groups, that's a really nice amount of additional revenue. And the things that that guests using accessing TouchStay guidebooks are purchasing, it's check-in and check-out, of course, the classic early check-in, late check-out. It's food and drink packages. It's things around wellness and spa, like nice massages, that kind of thing, and also equipment rental. So if you offer additional equipment to be purchased for the stay, during the stay, then guests can do that here. So instead of them having to call you or having to book, or not even knowing that you offer these things, they can see it all directly within the guidebook. So it's really nice and easy for your guests to find these additional things and enhance their experience. It's a nice seamless experience. And for you, you know, it's additional revenue, and all within your terms and under your control. So we have a really nice example here from a customer in the UK called Curated Spaces. They're based in the Isle of Wight, and here you can see they're offering what they call them booking extras. So you can call this what you want, it's your guidebook. And so they offer a welcome hamper, private dining, a special restaurant bookings, because sometimes it can be really hard to get a reservation. So this is a really nice way of handling that for guests, and also adding in additional equipment. So they have a high chair here that they're offering that can be added on to the stay. Just a note, right now, the order, so guests can purchase and place the order within the guidebook, but the ability to take payment through the guidebook is not yet possible, but it is coming very soon. So now's a good time to add this to your guidebook, play around with it, understand what the demand might be from your guests, and hopefully by the end of the summer or into September, we'll have the ability to capture payments. So that full process of the order, the booking, and payment being taken happens all within the guidebook. So super easy for you, super easy for your guests. Everything's all in one place. So if you're not offering anything like this already, give it a go. Maybe start offering your early check-in, late checkout as an add-on, and see if that changes the amount of guests that are asking for that, or the ease that you have in administering that, and see how it works for your business. Lovely. So time for Q&A, my favorite part. So I'll stop sharing. No, I'll keep sharing my screen, and I'll just actually no, I'll stop because then I can more easily jump into questions and see all the lovely questions. So can I even get back into Zoom? Someone help me. Here we go. Stop share. Awesome. All right. Lovely. So let's look at the questions. What do we have? So a question for you, Rosie. Does Why Hungry only work in the US and USA? Asking if it would be possible for it to work in Croatia.
Sadly, we are not operational in the EU currently. I would say watch this space, but I don't want to set a time given that I know our engineers are working hard on the US at the minute. But yeah, it's definitely something that we will be looking into. So definitely watch the space. But unfortunately for now, it's a no, Daniel. Sorry.
Lovely. Thank you, Rosie. Definitely more coverage in Europe, please. We'd be very keen over here in Spain, I'm sure. Lovely. A question from Tamara. Is Welcome Pickups currently working in Naples, Florida, in the US?
That's for me.
Yes.
So at the moment, we are not operating in Naples, Florida. I can double check though, because we are opening destinations quite fast because we are expanding. But for now, we are not, we don't have this on the list. I will get back to you though, if you just email me or, yeah. Thank you.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Super. Yeah. I mean, you guys are expanding so rapidly,
Yes.
probably in a couple of weeks or, whatever, you'll have that coverage.
Yes.
Wonderful. A question from Carmela, which I think is about the Touch Day upsell widget. So she's asking, do you have to make arrangements with the local merchants first? Yes. So for example, if you're offering, a access to reservations at a certain restaurant, or say a restaurant has a special terrace and you're friends with the folks who run that restaurant and you get prime access to have the reservation space, you can put in your guidebook, book on this beautiful terrace. It's only available for our guests. It's limited and special. So you would have to have that arrangement with the local place. But I mean, the reason we wanted to offer upsells through the Touch Day guidebooks is so more local and more relevant experiences can be offered. So with for example, if on my street, there's a local ceramic store and people go in and do workshops. So if I was renting my place, I'd want to have a relationship with the beautiful ceramic store so that I could offer a special experience to my guests to book with them and maybe get a discount. So, and it's also, there's so much conversation now around tourism and over tourism and what how to ensure guests are really engaging with local communities and not just coming in and leaving, but really investing in local businesses in the local areas. So if you don't have relationships with local merchants already, this is a great opportunity to start building them, because it's great for you, it's great for the local business, it's great for your community, and it's great for the guests. So it's really a win-win for everyone. So I hope that answers your question, Carmela. Do you have an idea about cities in the US? A question from Carol. I'm not sure who that question was aimed at. Maybe if you want to retype in there, Carol, and I'm not sure which, whether it was Stash or whoever you were thinking of. Same with you. I'm so sorry. Someone who's asked admin Rivertown about Georgia, USA, but I'm not sure who your question is for. And just for you, Katerina, Tamara has dropped her email address in the Q&A, so you can reach out to her directly about Naples, Florida.
Yes, of course. Thank you. I will.
Awesome. Question for Rosie. I'm in the US. Who is handling your insurance in the US?
That is a good question. I would have to defer to legal on that one, I think. I can find out is the answer, but I'm not too sure.
Alexandra, if you're keen to follow up, if you don't mind popping your email address, or if Rosie, everyone's contact details will be shared in an email after this presentation. So anyone who wants to follow up can do so directly. No problem. Carol's question was for welcome pickups. Thank you, Carol. How are airport pickups handled? And do they wait at arrivals hall or outside? Question for you, Katerina. Oh, you're on mute. It's all right. It happens to us all.
No, yes, thank you. So we're mainly waiting at the arrival hall. So For each destination, we try to have the same, let's say, ground rules. So the guest receives a confirmation with the driver and all the details, his telephone number, everything. So they're in touch and they talk on WhatsApp often. Sometimes they might speak with another way, but this is the most frequent way. And we wait mainly on the arrivals hold. Yeah, that's correct.
Another question, and this was for everyone. So, Why Hungry? Welcome pickups from Stasha. Are you available in GA, USA? Is that Georgia? I'm not good with my US states. GA. I think it's Georgia. No, I can't be trusted in that regard.
I can answer this in
There you go. Thank you.
just saying right now.
Thank you, Pericles.
So for
It's like
Stasha,
a geography lesson.
not at the moment, though. If there's like a lot of demand for luggage storage, what do we do? We add around 200 locations per month globally. So if we have someone who has demand, what we can do is just send us an email or like just text me on LinkedIn, like literally text me. I need a location there. We'll speak with the supply team and probably we can add something within a month. It really depends on the locations, but it's something frequent. So yeah, feel free to drop a message and I can let you know.
Nice. And I think Why Hungry? You're not available in the US yet, but it's coming. So that will be TBC.
Yes, well, it'll be September, and it will be across every single state and across every city. So, yeah.
That's impressive. That's a lot of work. You guys are growing.
Yeah, we have a team that's solely dedicated to finding chefs because a lot of properties obviously rural as well, so that coverage is really key for us. So yeah, cities, towns, villages, yeah, everywhere.
Wonderful. Oh, I bet you're going to have some amazing stories of the chefs that you're finding, and another webinar for another day. But I bet there's going to be some incredible chef experiences.
Yeah,
lovely.
super exciting.
Okay, so going through
For me, for Georgia, we are operating in Kutaisi and Tbilisi. Sorry, I'm not sure if I pronounce it, but we are operating in Georgia. Yes.
Nice. Super. Thank you very much. A question from Cara. What are my options for taking upsell payments ahead of the upcoming update? Great question. So you would need to take the card payment from the guest. And then if you have a payment that needs to go to the local merchant, you would make the payment with them. Or if you prefer the guest, depending on your agreement with the local merchant, you can share the maybe whether it's a link if the guest can book on the website of the local merchant, because you can drop that can be put directly within the guidebook, so the guest can do that, and then perhaps you have a commission agreement with that local merchant, so then you would take a commission from them. It's quite flexible depending on how you prefer to take payment, whether it's payment directly to you or payment directly through that local merchant. But hopefully we'll have it all solved very soon by being able to go directly through the guidebook, regardless of whether it goes to you or the payment goes to someone else. Lovely. Super duper. A question from lots of questions. I love this. A question from Natasha. I'm unfamiliar with TouchStay upsells. Is there a special upsell widget that I add with these special companies? Yes, so there is an upsell widget that you have to add. I think I have a link to this on, no, I don't have the QR code on one of my slides. I do normally, but essentially if you go to the TouchStay website, and you'll be able to see on there, I think there's a section on the home page where you click through and it will tell you about upsells, and it tells you how to add it to the guidebook with specific instructions. So it's very, very simple to add the widget. You add a specific category and then a topic into your guidebook, and then you go through, it's just a few steps you have to go through to add it in. And it's completely possible for you to customize it as you wish, your own images, your own text. But the full instructions will be, you'll find your way through our website. If you're an existing customer, which it sounds like you are, if you go to our knowledge base, so if you go to the website homepage, hover over resources and then go to knowledge base, in there you can just type in upsell and it will give you the full step-by-step instructions on how to add that widget. Lovely. You can add up to 20. So once you've added the the category, or the I forget the name. Yeah, the category. You can add them in as you go, and you can have them in different categories in different parts of your guidebook. So it's very flexible. A question about Why Hungry being available in Portugal. Not yet, I would assume.
Yeah,
Lovely.
not yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, no problem. Coming soon, one day. And then a final question, can I use your guidebook on my own website? I'm not entirely certain what you mean, Maria, but you can. So actually, there is a way that you can take your Touch Day guidebook and embed it onto your website. So again, if you go to the Touch Day website, touchday.com, you click on resources and then go to the knowledge base. There is an article where you can embed a Touch Day guidebook that you've created into your website. So a couple of our customers have done this in the past. We have an example of that in the knowledge base, so you'll be able to see the step-by-step instructions of how to do that and what it looks like. But it's a really nice way of kind of giving a preview to your property or a preview to the local area to guests that's very interactive. And you can, I think one of our customers, they linked through to the map in their guidebook that had all of their local recommendations. So it was a really nice way of having this beautifully integrated map so that guests could see all the places that you were recommending and really get excited about the local area. And it's a great way to encourage bookings. Lovely. So I think we've got through all of the questions. Thank you, everyone. It's always lovely to have so many questions. I'll share my screen one last time because there's two nice QR codes on here. So two things that if folks want to, on the left-hand side, if you're interested in learning more about keeping guests happy and guest experience and how to communicate with your guests in the most effective way and communicate with them all the wonderful things that you offer through your guidebook, like our lovely experience partners. If you click or scan the QR code here, it'll take you through to a free download of the guest communication study. It's a wonderful resource. It's from 2023 and we'll be updating it, I believe, this year. But get your version now because a lot of that information is just super helpful. And then on the right-hand side, we have a QR code that links through to our Facebook group, our Touch Day community. And there's over 3,000 property managers, hosts, and folks from the short-term rental industry sharing their experiences, asking questions, not just about Touch Day, but lots of things in general. So it's a goldmine of information and a lovely place to vent and to ask questions and to share with your peers. So it's a really lovely place to hang out if you're interested in joining. And that's it for today. Thank you, Pericles. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Katarina. It's been great having you here. And I'm looking forward to using all of your services when I travel next. Alrighty. Have a great rest of your day, everyone, wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing you on the next webinar.
It was a busy summer season, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone. Bye.